Hey guys, what's up? This is Blaze the Movie Fan and it's time for another commentary video. Most commentaries I do are commentaries that are either on someone I'm subscribed to or someone that I'm aware of because other people have either mentioned that person or done a commentary on him. It is pretty rare that I do a commentary on a video that I find on my own, and that's exactly what I'll do today. Since it's Halloween, I decided that this would be the perfect opportunity to commentate on a video that is about Halloween. So without further ado, let's get started.
Hi, so as you know it's Halloween soon, or as I like to call it, cavity season. The number one thing I like about Halloween is the costumes. I like seeing the varieties, I like seeing the unique, and I like seeing the interesting costumes.
I agree with you completely. I also think that costumes are fucking awesome. In fact, Halloween costumes is also one of my favorite parts about Halloween. This year I will be wearing a demon mask.
One of the things that really ticks me off is when people come to the door and they've not bothered at all. That to me just really gets on my nerves, as I'm thinking, well, I've bothered to get up and get the sweets to give to you, so you have to get dressed into a costume.
Now, trick or treat doesn't really exist here in Iceland. On Halloween, children don't go from door to door trick or treating like they do in the United States. But I still understand your point. And to be honest, I think it's pretty stupid that they go to door and door trick or treating if they're not wearing any costumes. I mean, wearing costumes is the whole purpose of Halloween, is it not?
Or at least have a good magic trick. I mean, when it says trick or treat, I say trick 24/7. But then if they don't have a trick and they have pretty good costumes, then I'll give them the sweet. That is the only exception. Apart from that, I expect a magic trick and a good one, not just a penny one.
I don't live in the United States, so I wouldn't know exactly how Halloween works around there. But I have seen how trick-or-treating works in TV shows, movies and the Donald Duck comics. So I have an idea on how trick-or-treating works. Let me ask you something. What exactly do you mean by you want the guests to have magic tricks? As far as I know, they just go door to door, say trick or treat. Again, I might be wrong about that, as I don't live in the United States, so I wouldn't know exactly how it works. So, would you mind explaining to me what exactly you mean by wanting some good magic tricks? Because I'm not quite sure what you mean by that.
And when it comes to costumes, guys have their typical costumes. For example, they have vampires, Dracula and zombies. While girls, however, tend to have less scary costumes. For example, Bo Peep, Tinkerbell and Ursa. Now, the only thing that's scary about them is the fact that they're not very scary at all.
I have been holding many Halloween parties and I have noticed that some of my guests wear costumes that aren't very scary. For example, one of the Halloween parties I had, one of the guests was dressed up like a cowboy. That's not scary at all. Personally, I think it's important to dress as something scary or something that fits Halloween, like a demon, a vampire or something like that. I just don't think being dressed as a cowboy or something like that fits Halloween.
However, I have noticed that the effect can be reversed. So for example, the guys can come in really stupid costumes. Stephen Hawking's and Buzz and Woody from Toy Story. They're not particularly scary. And girls sometimes get it right. For example, they have witches, they have Matilda and they have vampires.
So, yeah, it doesn't really matter which gender the person is. There are just people in general who wear costumes that fit Halloween, while others wear costumes that don't fit Halloween.
When I say vampires, I don't mean the ones from Twilight. Those are definitely not scary vampires. If anything, they've wrecked the whole vampire genre.
I have only seen the first 2 Twilight movies and they both suck. And yes, I have to agree with you. The vampires from Twilight are so fucking fake. Edward is not a real vampire. Neither is anyone else from the Twilight franchise.
And this brings me on to my next point of trick-or-treaters. Now, I give out candy on an effort basis. So if someone looks like they put a lot of effort into their costume, I give them a lot more candy than I would to someone who has just come in their normal attire.
Well, that makes sense. In fact, I think that more effort you put into your costume, the more candy you deserve. So, yeah, that's a very good rule, man.
But one thing that really gets on my nerves though is the fact that usually they take a handful, they take 3 to 4 handfuls, run down the street with their little bag. And I'm thinking, hey, this thing's gonna last me the whole night.
There are some who just do that, take a bunch of their candy and just run away. That is very greedy, and I understand exactly why that's a problem.
Now, I have this funny feeling that all celebration was made by dentists. You know why? After eating all those sweets and all of that chocolatey, sugary goodness, you will get some cavities. And that's why the greedy dentists are looking for more money. They know that after eating all those sweets, you're bound to get some calories. It's the same principle as when you come off the dentist chair, she says, here's a lolly, kid. A lolly was the reason why I'm here in the first place.
To be honest, I do think that it's stupid that a dentist would give someone a lollipop after someone is done with him or her. My dentist doesn't do that because my dentist knows that it's not a good idea. Personally, I don't think dentists should do that even in the first place.
I'm sure all of you have been taught this at some point. Never take sweets from strangers. And why not on Halloween we always take sweets from strangers? In fact, we go up to strangers and ask them for sweets.
Yeah, it's true that it isn't always a good idea to take something from strangers. But on Halloween, it's different because it's a tradition to do that.
Because I don't know any of the kids that have ever come on my door and knocked and say, trick or treat. And they've never met me. So to them, I'm a stranger accepting sweets from me.
Well, I don't really see anything wrong with that.
But the number one thing I don't like about Halloween is the adult trick-or-treaters. Now I'm thinking, aren't you a bit old for this? Then they try to claim the whole brother-sister thing where they're trick-or-treating for their little brother, then they just say, give me the sweets. And I say, okay, just tell me the honest truth. Are you trick-or-treating for yourself, or are you genuinely trick-or-treating for your little sister or brother? And they mumble very slowly and quietly, for myself. So I didn't give them the chocolate, they didn't walk off. Thing is though, trick-or-treating should be done on an age and a height restriction, like they do in a theme park when you're queuing up for DJ Madness.
Those are some very good points.
So thank you for being here for so long. Please like this video if you feel any of the things.
Already did.
Comment in the description below if you have any more Halloween pet peeves.
Not only did I comment on the video, I also commented on it.
Share this video if you want to get the message around that you really don't like some of the things on Halloween.
Well, since I am doing a commentary on this video, I'm sure more people will see it.
That is all from me, so goodbye.
Now it's time for my overall thoughts. Overall, this was a very good video, but I had a lot to say about it. Here's the reason why I made this commentary. That's all I gotta say, people. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day.